You're all doing well. So this video is about how Splunk can send alerts to Alexa to have her say what's in the alert, what time it happened, and the contents. So to do that, I've had to make a Splunk connector that connects to Alexa, and I've had to use a skill on Alexa that can say notifications that are sent to Alexa with a post command. So from Splunk, I'm sending Alexa, stop. So from Splunk, I'm sending a post to Alexa. So this is a lot like the contents of the webhook, except instead of webhook, I'm sending these things to the Alexa notify skill. I was going to create my own skill, but this video really is to convince people that I know Splunk very well and am a good developer. So time was of the essence. This video is not perfect, but it might serve to tilt the scales in my favor. Okay, so I have Splunk running on this Ubuntu interface, which is a server, which is running on my VMware system here. And so let me show you Splunk now and the alerts I've configured. So here we can take a look at the search app, and this will show the alerts I've configured. So I have a couple alerts in here. They're very simple. This one simply looks for the word trouble, and it's in var log. So if we take a look at the settings here, and I would use a forwarder with real servers, but I want to get this video done tonight, and I have not had time to set up any other servers because this has taken a while just to make this work at all. Okay, so data inputs, we'll take a look at these, and you'll see that I'm monitoring var log right there. And so that's what I'm doing, nothing special in that. So to make that work, I had to make an alert. So let's go back to the search app here and take a look at that. Let me go back to search here and show the alert. So this alert is the one I've been working on, and let's take a peek at it. Let's take a look at it here. So it's running real time. It's a medium priority, and now I've put this program in here, this app, Splunk app called Alexa Connector. And that's,
I don't know that one.
Alexa stop. So that's been some work. And let me show you how you can install an app in Splunk and how it works. So to do that, we have to get into the CLI, get onto the SSH and log into Splunk server and take a look. So here is the app I've written to do this. Let me go through it with you. So I'm using what the webhook used before with webhook, and I've sort of stolen its thunder so that when we do a webhook, I will get the message body, which is the contents in a dictionary of the alert that fired. And I had some trouble actually reading that dictionary. I couldn't read it directly, unfortunately, so I had to write it to a file and read it back. So that's what happened here. For some reason, because this demo is time critical, I wanted to get this thing out and running and show something worked. So I write it to a file and I read it back, and I basically will make it into a dictionary once again. And then here I'm looking at things that I care about from the alert, such as the search name, the result, index time, the host, any raw data in that alert that I want, and the time, and the index it's on, main or default or something. And then I try and make Alexa say the days in a clear manner. So I have the days into a list here, and I have all the different dates into a list. And then here I will convert those so that those lists form into a string. And once things are in a string here, as you see, and there's my key that runs this thing, which I don't want to be public, but I guess it's public now. So these will all go into a string, and that string is sent up to the Alexa app via a post call. So there's something called notify, and that key is used to send this to notify. And notify will say what it found once you ask it. So I'll demo that, but that's how this works. I hacked a lot of stuff out of the webhook and modified it for my own use and then named it a different app. So that's how this really works. We can go through the structure of how this looks. Let's see here. So an app basically lives in etc apps, and you can see these are all the apps here we can look at in Splunk. So, and I want to make this larger. It's late, it's almost 1 a.m., so I'm just kind of running on steam here. I apologize. So here we are, and the app that I made is the Splunk Alexa connector here. So it's Alexa connector, Alexa stop. If I say the Alexa word, she responds. Okay, Alexa, what time is it?
I start listening when you press
Alexa,
the mic button.
stop. Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 1:02 a.m.
Okay, so it's kind of late. Anyway, here's this connector I made, and inside the app, I have some icons that show up when you want to use the app. They have the concept of an app server, which is really a web server that you can put static images in. The bin directory has the program in Python that I've modified or I'm running. And this has some configuration files in it. So you can look at default here, and this file is fairly critical for getting the alert to respond with an application. And for that, let me clear this off here. So for that action, we have all of this. And I'm enforcing Python 3. I'm saying it's a custom app. It's called Alexa Connector. And it will send results to the Alexa skill called notify. That's where you put the icon in JSON format for the payload. And this allows it to, well, actually I'm not using that, so that was not needed. And let's see, what else can I show you in here that matters. A lot of the stuff is boilerplate. It keeps basic app updates in metadata. Static is another place where icons are kept, and I had a hard time making this thing work with the icons as usual. It finally started to work, and so this app could probably be trimmed down a bit, but it's working for my demo, so I'm going to leave it. But I ended up using this icon here, which is a pretty cool icon. Okay, so enough of that. The app is running. Let's actually use it now. So I have an alert configured, and let me show you that alert if I can find it here. Yeah, this alert is configured, so all I need to do is have the word trouble in a file, and it's going in real time right there. So it will fire. So let's do a cancel on that. And I can just remove Splunk now, and we can look at the, okay, now this is actually the log file of Splunk. So the Splunk daemon, or Splunk D, is producing messages in this log file. So I'm just grepping this thing for my Alexa, Alexa stop, for my Alexa app. Alexa stop. So once it finds that, it will, once the alert triggers, it will fire up the Alexa app and the Alexa connector, and it will work. So let me show you how that works. All we do is change a file in etc. If I can find the windows to do that. That's not one. Okay, here's a window, I think. So now let's open this file and change a line, and that'll cause the checksum to change, and Splunk will see that and say, okay, I see keywords. for my alert, the alert will fire. So we're going to do that now. And when I do that, listen to what happens with my A word here, with my Amazon devices. Okay, I'm turning the volume up on these things. All right, so now I'm going to edit this file and make a change. And I'm just making these little lines here. So I'm going to do a yank, and a paste. I've made one more line. Once I write this thing now, you're going to see this log change. So once I do a write on this, you're going to see this guy here, this log perking up with information, and you're going to hear Alexa have a notification. Okay, Alexa, stop. Okay, here we go. Dun dun. Okay, so that was basically the sound, meaning I have notification, and my Alexa here at home is now showing a yellow circle, meaning I have something to get out of it. So an application or a skill is saying, I have information for you. Okay, Alexa, stop. So now we see that this has fired, and I'm looking for, okay, invoked modular alert, Alexa connector for this alert, the trouble keyword alert, and nothing went wrong. There's no errors. So now to see what happened, we can ask Alexa with our voice what happened by recalling the notifications. Okay, I'm going to ask her now. Alexa, tell me the notification.
One new notification from Notify Me. Splunk Alert from search titled Trouble Keyword Alert on index main at time August 4th, 08, hours 06, minutes 26 seconds from host Ubuntu. Raw result is trouble host is DNS name test 789.
So that's a bit cryptic still, because I just got this working a few hours ago and I haven't really cleaned it up that much, but that is what you can do with the A word and make her talk Splunk alerts. And so let's create an alert with this connector, and I'll show you how to make one from scratch. So to do that, we're going to go into here and take a look at some files, and I have that trouble file right there. Let's make another file here, something interesting, and make an alert. I think I did make one in here for this demo somewhere. Trouble text. Okay, well, we'll make a new one here. Okay, there it is. Bad SQL.txt. That's what I was making. So let's take a look at that one. Let's look at that one again. So yeah, let's make an alert with this thing called SQL integration error. So this file is already made. It's already inside of our var log. So I'm just going to save this file. And now I'm going to make an alert to find that. So to do that, we go to Splunk and we do a search on that. And let's find Splunk once again and move it here into the window. And so we'll go to the search app for that. There it is. And we'll search for these keywords and hopefully they'll show up. Injection error. Okay, there it is. Now we're going to make an alert and say if we see that again, we're going to cause an alert. So now we're going to simply make an alert, save as alert, and we'll call it injection error, SQL injection error. And you shouldn't make it run real time, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is a demo and it won't hurt anything with a demo. Okay, trigger result per result, that's fine. If they're greater than 0, okay, per result's fine. And throttle, no. Trigger actions. Now, here's where the Alexa connector comes in. So that will show up right here. And you'll simply select the Alexa connector. And then it will send this stuff off to Alexa. So, with that said, I could also add some other stuff here. I could say add trigger alerts. I can make it a high priority and save it. And once that saves, this thing should run. Okay, so that's all fine. And let's see if we can cause some damage here. Okay, so let's go back now to the command line and change that file a bit. And I'm just going to add one more line to it. I'll just duplicate that line, and seeing the SQL injection error should cause it to go off again. Let's see what happens. Here it goes. Okay, Alexa told me I have an alert. Alexa, stop. Alexa, retrieve notification.
One new notification from Notify Me Splunk Alert from Search titled SQL Injection Error on Index Main at time August 4th, 08, hours 11, minutes 08, seconds from host Ubuntu. Raw result is SQL injection error. MySQL DB host is DNS name DBS server 77.example.com.
Okay, so that worked fine. And that gives you a good idea of how you could announce critical alerts to your enterprise using Alexa, using Notify. So in the future, I would make this account specific for Splunk so that you would pair my application, my skill with your enterprise accounts. And then you could name people in your squad or team to receive these. This is simply a demo which I simply got working today. So this is my first cut at this, my first video of this. It's nothing fancy, but it serves a purpose to maybe tilt the scales in my favor that I know Splunk, I know Python, and I know development. I appreciate your attention, and see you later. Have a great day. Sayonara from Jeffrey Fall.